reuse that worksheet, so to speak. So in this fiscal year, he would get 4 equipped. And I've basically said, because we're almost at the end of the fiscal year, there'll only be 1 payment that will hit in this fiscal year. And then next fiscal year will be 12 monthly payments. And then we're also projecting that with his budget funds, that he'll be able to squeeze out and get 1 more out of his budget funds. So I'm showing that at $0 just because this is a SPLOST worksheet. That money would come out of his budget. This is only SPLOST we're talking about here.
So 4 out of SPLOST, 1 out of budget.
Right. So that would knock out 5 right now. And then next fiscal year, just for discussion purposes, I said, okay, halfway through the fiscal year, he'll get 2 more. So you'll have 6 payments that'll hit next year. And then the following fiscal year, he'll get 2 more. And that's all this covers, because that's about all the SPLOST will do. And what happens is you get down to the end of fiscal year 2018, and he's $4,200 short. We can cover that in his operating budget if the next SPLOST vote does not go through. This is just making y'all aware of what the worst case scenario would be if we don't get another SPLOST vote, and I would pretty much assume that in any SPLOST vote that went out there, we would ask for money for the sheriff's office for vehicles. But the timing of that is like 2018, 2019. And so worst case scenario, I footnoted down here at the bottom for you folks that should there not be a SPLOST successfully passed in 2018, 2019, he would need $4,200 in his 2018 budget to make up the shortfall. In 2019, he would need $57,960. 2020, $22,680. In 2021, $7,560. That would finish out the payments for 8 vehicles through SPLOST. And if SPLOST passed, you could basically continue on with this plan, and he could keep rotating out his oldest, highest mileage vehicles, just continuously rotate, as we're hoping to do with the motor graders and the ambulances. It does depend on voters to recognize the value of SPLOST and vote for it. That's not always 100% guaranteed, but most communities, that does pass. But that's the only way to get him where he needs to go, and ambulances and everything. You've got to have a plan in place to rotate out your oldest equipment on an ongoing basis.
But as of right now, Karen, the sheriff has $210,000 committed for his vehicle,
right,
for the duration of this slot, the
right,
current slot.
Well, vehicles and generator, that's why he explained the issue with the generator.
Right.
Yeah.
But $210,000.
Right.
Now, what would happen if we come up short of SPLOST? Of course.
Well, we'll have to monitor that, and this plan would be adjusted. If we see that SPLOST is not going to come in the way it's been projected, we would adjust this. So you're not committing to anything other than the 4 we're looking at right now.
Right.
And so if we see we're not going to achieve our collection projections, everything has to scale back, not just his stuff, but everybody's stuff.
Is there I'm sorry, go ahead.
But basically what we're saying is, we have the money that will be able to commit to the full payment for at least
2014.
2014 and 2015.
We're safe with four
Right.
vehicle purchases
Right.
right now. And is there not a buffer factored in for SPLOST? Is it?
I don't know about that.
Are we projecting 100% on
Oh,
those
I never
figures?
count on 100%.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking, I guess. What's
Yeah.
you
I can't,
projected on 90
I
maybe?
don't have a number off the top of my head, but I can give y'all a number. I can look at it and give y'all a
History
number.
of what we've been getting.
Yeah.
I don't know how you've been doing here. Do you know how you did with the last one?
Based on history, what we collected per
Yeah.
year. Basically, right.
Should be able to go back and forth history of what we.
Oh, we can calculate it, yeah. I just don't know it off the top of my
$1
head.
million short on the last one.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
But still though, we have the money committed for the 4 vehicles that we were talking about right now.
Right.
And then in 2015, when we get ready to order the next 2, then we'll look at the
Yeah,
money
we'll look at
situation
where we
then.
are right
Right.
then.
Committing ourselves to the 4 right now.
Right.
And so what I would suggest is we go ahead and authorize Karen to look at the financing part of it through ACCG.
Right.
And then again, we bring it back and
Right.
prove it at the same time we do the other.
Right, that's how it would work. We bring you like the best financing options that came back, or just the best one. With the ambulance, there was just one that was, you know,
I
much
just
better.
don't wanna see us commit and splosh and then all of a sudden we gotta dip in general
Right.
fund and we're
Right.
gonna
Right.
go short.
We'll make that in the form of a motion.
So moved. Is authorizing Karen to look into the finances of the purchase of the 4 well, the 5th one now, before I make this motion, the 5th one is gonna be paid directly from general fund?
From his operating budget,
Sure.
his current fiscal year operating budget. I mean,
That's
this
correct.
just had
That
vacancies.
is, that's a wild card.
Is that
I mean, that
That's-
would be, that would be great if that happens, but if you all remember when we had the work session that was out at the Senior Citizens Building and we were talking about budget projections, you know, we were operating slightly in the red. And then we came back into February, 1st of March, and we're above water. Well, now, you know, we're looking on down the road to projections of potential there being enough money left to be able to buy that, but that's, I wanted to be clear.
That's a Christmas present.
That would be great.
That'd be-
That's a decision you make in early
Correct.
June.
Right.
Yeah,
If
that's
it's
why I
not
was saying,
there, we
yeah.
don't purchase it.
Right.
We're trying to alleviate the great need. And
we're talking about 4 vehicles from Splot,
Right.
Splotch Fund. We're not talking about,
We're not talking about that fifth
Fifth
one,
one,
that's
right.
just, if there's money in his
It's on the
budget,
wish
we'll
list.
look at that.
It's on the wish list.
so my motion is to authorize Karen to look at the financing for the 4th vehicle through whatever financing.
ACCG will let them farm it out to their banks.
And once she does that, then we can authorize the purchase of the vehicle.
Bring it back to us.
Second. All right, got a motion and a second. All in favor?